Good morning or afternoon or evening, wherever you are receiving this message in the world, in the universe, or beyond. Hi, I am Darren. I am with Kingpin Tarot, coming to you today from Buenos Aires, Argentina, where we are going to be covering the Gemini reading next. So this next reading will be for the sun sign, moon sign, rising sign in Gemini. All right, my rising is in Gemini, my ascendant. So I have that sharpness of the mind paired with my Capricorn sun and Virgo moon. But yeah, so Geminis, welcome. How are you? It has been quite an interesting, energetic morning for me, full of spiritual downloads, and full of more spiritual downloads. So it's been quite the spiritual download morning. In addition to, I actually own a media company as well, so we have just taken off and received some correspondence on some big cases that we're working, national cases from the USA, even though I'm in South America. So yeah, they have now finally hit Washington, D.C. So we're all in. You know, it's a lot of good work. It's a lot of good work to raise the energy of the collective, and it's part of my life purpose, other than it's separate from my spirituality and you know, the messages that I deliver to you. So let me just say that, start off with my intention and around delivering these messages, these downloads, is to raise the collective energy. Also, it's to identify some, you know, issues that may be going on in your life or around you, that perhaps you need to be able to take an alternate stance. I don't know why I'm hearing stance. I was going to say view, but stance is what came through. And I'm sorry, this little hair on my shirt was driving me insane, so let me just get that off real quick before we continue. ADHD, okay? So anyway, all right, so Geminis, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Today we're going to be doing a past, present, future reading. We're going to identify some of your blockages and the advice that Spirit has for you moving forward. So, all right. So I'm going to call in, actually I just did some Palo Santo, so let me do a little sage, because, you know, there is, again, a lot of spiritual activity going on here. I am in Argentina, which, interestingly enough, I've always been really tuned in to the divine and my spiritual side. But when I get down to South America, they're not as taboo. I mean, they're open as shit down here with that stuff. Like, they're not taboo about any of it. Like, it's just like, you know. So I don't know if that has, my Gemini rising, trying to analyze, I don't know if that has kind of really tuned me all the way in. But what I'm saying is like my downloads, my prophetic abilities, my messages are 1,000,000 times stronger here in South America than they are in North America. So this is actually a map. It's kind of my memorial to the USA, where I will not ever be returning. It was kind of a bumpy ride on the way out, and I always believe that God will take you where you're meant to be and where you're going to go. And I spent the first half of my life, I'm almost 40, not quite yet, but I've spent the first half in the United States, have hit all 50 and Puerto Rico, so I've had my share of time there, so will not be returning, and that is okay. I'm happy here and getting back established in a new country, new life, and so this is it for me, so I'm happy. So, all right, guys, enough of that chitter chatter. Calling in God, angels, ancestors, the divine, any power and authority that needs to come through for the best and highest collective good of the collective, I should say. This wants to fly on out. Past energy first. 3 of Pentacles, card of Capricorn. So this could talk about a collaborative effort of sorts. I'm going to draw 2 for each placement. So tell us more about this 3 of... My cards don't go together like that. That's disagreement. So this could have been around a period of disagreement of some sort. Yeah, as I say that, the Four of Cups comes out. What did I just say? Par for the course of my prophetic abilities. So, and my messages. So there could have been a rejection. What this tells me is the 3 is the lower card. So 3 of Pentacles would indicate collaboration, teamwork. But the 4, being the higher card, this would trump that 3, which would mean that somebody did not want to play in the team or be a part of this team. Now, with that being said, let's clarify why this person or individual did not want to, why were they rejecting wanting to work together with, I'm hearing, this is what I'm hearing, team. So maybe it was something that was coming through disguised as a team, or someone was coming forward pretending it was something that it wasn't. Like it was, I'm hearing disguise. So tell us more, clarify this. This is my tarot in Espanol. Again, because I experienced 2 robberies on the way out of the United States, and so all of I have one English deck. I don't even think it's English. No, there's no words on it. Oh, 3 of Swords, bottom of the deck, so heartbreak, and around a family unit. So this could have been a family situation, Gemini. This could have definitely been a family situation that you rejected and walked away from. Clarify this further. But anyway, this is my Spanish deck, so just bear with me. I'm learning more and more Spanish each day, but I'm obviously not super proficient just yet. So, but this speaks for itself. The Justice card. So there could have been, now you could have walked away. So somebody, this teamwork or disguised as a team, you're like, I don't want it. And then boom, we have the Justice card, which indicates court. This indicates judicial systems. Could be dealing with a Libra, but what this is, if you notice the way the cards came out, I always look at the direction as well. So this 4 of Cups is kind of looking down and rejecting. You see the face of this individual looking at this teamwork, like I'm not wanting it. The Justice card is looking at all of it. So what that tells me is now someone is looking back. Even though this is the past energy, this is recent past, and time is fluid, so it might have not happened just yet in the past. It could be actually happening, and then we're going to kind of go into what may come. Either way, the Justice card, what that tells me is this could have been a judicial situation, and now the courts, the government, the judge, the investigators, the police, whoever this Justice card may end up being, is actually looking back on whatever happened with this rejection. Ooh, okay. Clarify that. Clarify, why is the Justice card, why is this court system now looking back on what happened? And you notice this person's sitting by themselves, so you could just be sitting by yourself. You could have been homeless. I'm just saying that because you're out. You could have been in the park. This person's out by themselves, out in the wilderness. So now somebody's really coming in and taking a look and saying, what is going on? Like, why did this person leave? Okay, so that's what the justice system or this Libra or whoever is coming in and like, why did this person actually leave? What's going on? So clarify that. Whoa, 2 cards. 2 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. That tells me though, like someone's happy being single and in their own right, but why? What does that have to do with Spirit? Tell us more. Yeah, 10 of Cups. So this could have had to do with children or a family unit. Again, which we've already echoed. That's just echoing the family unit. So someone didn't want to be a part of a family unit. And now the justice system is involved and they're asking questions. They're looking back. They're looking back on the situation. Again, it's the justice system or a Libra. They're looking back on why did this person leave? Why did they reject this family unit? And again, I keep going back to that disguised. It's like disguised as something. And look, they don't have Pepsi Zero here. It's Pepsi Black. Oh, okay, so let's go on to the current energy. Seven of Pentacles. So Gemini, their 7 of Pentacles represents Earth signs. So you could have Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus in your chart. Doesn't have to be. But this is, you have planted the seeds. The seeds are growing on the tree, on the bush, but they're not ready to pick, right? So if you have an orange tree, an apple tree, You planted the seeds, you are tending to your garden, and now you're waiting. You're waiting. So there could be some, I don't want to hear, I don't want to hear. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to hear. What I was channeling is the stagnancy around money. But not in a bad way, okay? Because if you plant the seeds, right? Let's take a farmer, for instance. If a farmer plants seeds and they're farming, right? Immediately after they plant those seeds, they don't rush out to pick the fruit and then try to sell it because it would be sour, it wouldn't be good, and their return on investment would not be worth, then it'd be like all for naught, right? So give us another card with the Seven of Pentacles in the current energy for Gemini. So what this tells me is whatever you go from the Seven of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles. So whatever it is you're doing, it has to do with work. But this is long-term stability and success. The Pentacles are grounded. They're rooted, right? Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. Very grounded energy. So you actually may have, we're pulling in strong earth energy regardless, but this has something to do with job, security, finances, okay? So whatever it is you walked away from in the past, if you notice, you're the only one in this card, okay? So you could be doing this on your own. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. You could be an entrepreneur. You could be starting a business. You know, when you start a business, there's always the early stages. You're not going to see a return on investment. Things may seem slow in the money department. But tell us more of it. So this is definitely like you took a shift. You took a career shift. That's what that just came out of my mouth. So you could have actually had a career shift. Or that's what this is about, shifting a career. In my mind, I was thinking you left the family to go work on your finances and your career, but then career shift just flew out of my mouth. So maybe it was both. Maybe you actually left a dynamic to go work on yourself, but also in the interim, now you've got a career shift in front of you. Yeah, and then the Six of Pentacles. So I can't make this up. Like you've got nothing but pentacles right now. So right now, whatever it was that you rejected, you are moved on to solidarity, success, and stability. That's what you're worried about. That's what you're worried about. And as a Capricorn with a Virgo moon, look, I am not hating on any of that. Like, I'm loving it for you because this it's positive in my eyes. Like, whatever this was in the past, it's like whatever you left, you don't have that stress. Like, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of energy in that past, and now you're like, okay, I'm the boss. I'm the boss. I'm the boss of my own life. I'm the boss of my own finances. I'm the boss of my own business if you're an entrepreneur. So give us another card. So we have the Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and Eight of Pentacles. So that is that steady progression, okay? Slow and steady wins the race. Give us another card to clarify present energy around Gemini. And the Ace of Cups. So not only is this long-term stability and success, this is a new emotional beginning, right? So the cups represent the heart space. You could also, if you notice, the ocean, right? So you could be going with the flow. If you're a business owner and an entrepreneur, you're going to run into hiccups. You're going to run into hiccups. You're going to find things that just don't work. That's part of being a new business owner, right? You may hit a wall 5 times, but on the 6th time, the door opens and then boom, you find the success. But a lot of times, even from my own experience, I don't see things as failures. Immediately, they may sting a little bit if you get told no, or you put in an application, you never hear back, and you put out 20 applications and you never hear back. To me, rejection is God's protection. God didn't want you in that job. That's why the 6th door will open. And sometimes, like me, who can be hard-headed sometimes, I had a problem, I should say. I've kind of changed my mindset on that a lot. That previously I would try to force my way into situations because my pride, my ego. But when I let that down and I said, God, just take me where you want me. And God put me exactly where he want me at the exact right time. And then the doors open. Not on my timing, on his timing. So what this tells me is whatever you're working on, not only is it going to be stable and secure, it's like the beginning of this new emotional opportunity for you. So I am loving this for you, actually, Gemini. I'm absolutely loving this energy you're currently sitting in. And if it's not, it'll be happening soon. All right, let's get one from this little mini deck, and then we'll move on to your blockages at this time. That's too many, Spirit. It's too many. Too many. The World card. Yeah, something is coming to a final ending. Final ending. But you, this is, I don't know what they're called because I was not in the band. I don't know what they're called. Who are the people that throw around the little batons? You know, the color guard. That's what they're called. That's what I'm pulling in. The color guard. Like, this person's just doing their own thing. They're happy. Everybody's watching them. Like, you're the ringmaster is what I'm hearing. You're the ringmaster of the circus. And all eyes are on you. You could be looking good. You could be feeling good. Shit, you may have a boob hanging out. You may just flop your titty, flop your boob out and just be like, whatever, my boob's hanging out, whatever. But you're happy about it and everybody's watching you. The crowd's going wild. Yeah, victory and success. 6 of Wands, see? Everybody's still watching you and you're still, so whatever it is, Gemini, what I'm like, yeah, I might have said you had your boob hanging out, your titty flopped out, whatever. Whatever. I don't know where that came from. I've never said that, but you're not, what I'm saying is, like, you're not paying attention to what other people are saying. Other people may, and you're just like, whatever. I'm gonna take my damn baton and I'm gonna go do what I'm doing and I'm winning at it. Like, you're winning across the board. Not only are you winning, you're happy. You're happy. So while money you may have sensed like a stagnancy or a short stoppage, all in all, you're happy, you're doing what you want to do, and you're actually kicking ass and taking names at it, whether your boob has been flopped out or not. That is so funny. I got some funny spirit guys today, apparently. Look, it's making me blush. It's making me blush talking about a boob hanging out. I'm gay, by the way, so yeah, there's your confirmation for the boob hanging out. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay. Anyway, Spirit, let's move on to the blockages around. That's like it's making me blush. The blockage for Gemini. Okay, so blockage is communication. Knight of Swords. That is actually a card of Gemini. Whoa. Communication around an upheaval of sorts. Could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. So there could actually be, let's go back to the past energy. We had the Justice, which represents Libra. So this could actually be some kind of, your blockage could be communication from government, if you're dealing with a Libra. But there is some kind of blockage around communication pathways. And there's strong fire and there's strong air energy, swords and wands. So this tells me that there could be communication, and the Queen of Swords does not mince her words, right? She's going to say it like it is. It's not always pretty, and people don't like it, but it is usually the truth, okay? So there could be some communication around, like, feeling burdened. However, this is the blockage, so maybe you've said something and you haven't received an email back. You haven't received a response. You've spoken your truth, and there's been nothing in return. However, again, let's go back to the present energy. You're really not given enough. The show must go on, right? Like, you're the ringleader, the show must go on. You're doing your thing, you're succeeding at it, you're good at whatever you're doing. Whatever that is for you, you're rocking it. So even though you may have communicated something, I would like to say that sometimes if you communicate your truth, if it is the truth, sometimes that can be hard for people that aren't living in their authentic world and their authentic self to accept and respond. Like, perhaps they don't know how to respond if they've lived their whole life as a lie, and here you come in like a wrecking ball speaking nothing but the truth. These individuals can feel cornered because now what? Now that the truth is out, the truth always prevails. Always. There's your confirmation. And more confirmation, even though they love their horns here. I'm from, Portland, Oregon, where it's like land of the no horns. So coming here, it's like New York City times a million with the horns in Buenos Aires, which took me some adjusting at first because I'm like, what's going on? All the horns everywhere. Anyway, you're not given an F. You're not giving an F. You're doing your thing. So you may have communicated and you're like, okay, I got to keep this ball rolling. Like, just because you don't answer me because you don't like what I have to say, even though it's the truth, that doesn't mean I'm going to stop my show because you don't like the truth because you've been living in a lie. You see how that works? Like, people will do that. And then they try to put the guilt off on you, which that's not what I'm saying here at all. I'm just kind of just going on a tangent. But all in all, your blockage is around some kind of communication. And I think it's a response or back and forth communication because these two individuals are looking at each other. So you may have said something and then you're waiting on a response, or you may have communicated like something's not right, whatever it is that you communicated, you were expecting a response. It hasn't, that's the blockage. So it hasn't come in yet. Regardless, the show must go on is what I'm hearing. Like, you're still like, okay, well, we got to keep it going. We got to keep it, like, the world doesn't stop just because so-and-so doesn't like the truth. The world doesn't stop. I got to keep doing what I'm doing because their negativity and their inadequacy in their ability to accept or hear the truth is not going to stop my life or my life purpose, right? So, because that would be foolish to think so. Even though that's the world I used to come from, until I changed my mindset. All right, so let's get some advice for our Gemini collective, our Gemini sun, moon, rising. Advice, 7 of Cups. Options. Confusion around holding on to something. It's not really advice. So clarify the 7 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles on the advice. Why are you bringing that through as advice, Spirit? 2 of Cups. So this is soulmate energy. So what this tells me is it's really not advice to me. I'm just going to be honest. 8 of Pentacles. So this is saying that you're going to have options come in, okay? With the 7 of Cups, you're going to have options, and they may confuse you. You may have a lot of options. You may have a lot of job offers, but be careful because I can't help but notice there's a snake. And when God shows me serpents and snakes, even though you can argue till you're blue in the face with me, we all receive our own messages from Spirit and the divine in different ways. Snakes, for me, represent danger and represent harm. So what that tells me is when it's paired with, you have the castle, and you have the jewels and all of that. You may have some quick offers that come in, Gemini. But what your advice is really weigh them out and stick firm. Be resilient with the 4 of Pentacles. Stay firm in your beliefs, okay? Gemini, as an air sign, you are, or could be, I should say, quick to analyze all aspects of a situation, but during that analysis, that quick analysis that your brain goes through, you may say, oh, well, that looks really good right now, based on your current situation. But again, remember, slow and steady usually, most of the time, wins the race. And so that's what I'm saying. You have 8 of Pentacles with the 2 of Cups. So whether this be an old partner, we have strong Pisces energy, and also Cups. So there could be someone that comes in, and the Knight of Cups, the Soto de Copas, is walking backwards. So what that tells me is this could be some type of water sign that is trying to come back into your life. But again, you're over here, I think you're focused on your stability, your success, your money, because in the present, there's not really any love here other than the Ace of Cups, which is that new beginning that you have created because you left something behind. So Spirit's just advising you, whoever or whatever may be presenting itself in your energetic field, your life, be cautious, number 1, and use your discernment, okay? Just because you may have great options, let's just take this for example. So let's say someone comes in and offers you, I don't know, $200,000. Let's just for ease sake, $200,000. for a job or for a settlement, whatever, 200,000. But on the flip side, like 200,000 and you have to shut your mouth. But on the flip side, if whatever you're working on right now, even though you're not seeing that kind of return initially, but you absolutely have in your brain based on history, data, analysis, whatever, that in 5 years, you're going to be pulling in $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year within that amount of time. Is that one-time $200,000 payment worth it? No, because then you're essentially sacrificing all of the potential moving forward in the future. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit is like, be wary of any fast offers that may seem good at face value like that. But if you know in your heart of hearts, that whatever you're working on currently is going to be more than that in the future, Spirit's saying really take that into consideration. Do what you want. We all have free will. But that is the perfect example is what I'm hearing. So for instance, that's what, if you know your project, your business, your entrepreneurship, whatever it is you're working on, if it's going to be worth more than what's coming in that someone tries to bring in back to you, and they could be trying to pull on your heartstrings because we have a lot of cups coming through. So they could try to pull on your heartstrings, but right now I'm showing you're grounded AF. Even for a Gemini, you've got 3 cards that are Pentacles, the World card, in addition to the World card, the 6 of Wands. So you're feeling passionate about whatever this is and you're grounded AF, like you're predominantly grounded. So I don't think that whatever this is coming in or could be coming in is really going to trick you or fool you. I really don't. And this is just Spirit saying whatever is coming in, just be wary of it and really use your discernment and weigh your options. And again, sometimes it may be analytical. You need to sit down and work the numbers, If someone presents you a nice offer up front, but in the long term, you're going to make when I'm hearing the Mean Girls, the limit does not exist. That's what I just heard channeled. The limit does not exist, okay? So if you know that, like, whatever it is that whoever or whatever is bringing towards you, that you could match that within a couple of years, and then the limit does not exist, whatever you're working on, do you really want to take that initial offer and then screw yourself out of your whole future? No. But this is that point where you really have to believe in yourself too. So here's your pep talk, Gemini. Here's your pep talk. I'm getting my arms are good. I'm going to the gym, looking good, feeling good. So anyway, maybe you're hitting the gym too. But anyway, use your discernment. Not everything is as it seems is what I'm hearing. Ooh. Okay. So anyway, let's close it out. Final message for our Gemini collective. Final message. 7 of Wands. Who is coming back in to try to fight for something? Strong fire energy. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Wow, that wanted to fly out, so 1 second. 3 of Swords. So there is some type of heartbreak that is coming forward. Somebody that you experienced heartbreak with. Clarify, who is this person that Gemini was? It could be another earth sign. Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. But who is this? Again, 7 of Wands twice. The Tower and the Queen of Pentacles twice. So someone is going to come in and fight for this unexpectedly. This is a connection. So if you had a partner or an ex or family, take it as it resonates, or friend. So if you had a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that broke your heart, or you broke theirs, again, take it as it resonates. Whoever it was, or both of you were sitting in this 3 of Swords energy, unexpectedly, they are coming in with a vengeance. And I mean that in a good way, like they want this connection. Because you have the Tower, which is, again, unexpected. And then you have 2 7 of Wands, which means, and then you see all the sun and the stars at the end of the road. And the Queen of Pentacles twice. So there could be a very small age difference between you. You could be this King of Pentacles working on your business, or them. But I feel like this is more them. But anyway, they're coming, and this is future, and this is different than your advice. So you may actually have, okay, playa. I'm okay, playa. So your advice is, it looks like a water sign could be coming back to you in your advice, offering you something initially, but I don't think you're going to take it. I'm just being honest, that's what's coming through. In the future, switch the gears. You have someone else that you shared a heart with, like a heart space. Strong earth energy, like super strong earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like they're more feminine though. But they're coming in and they are going to absolutely fight for this connection. Like double down on the 7 of Wands. When I say that, like they are not giving up. And if a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus shows up in a double 7 of Wands, you better give it up because they want that ass. Yeah. They're coming in, they want that ass. Yeah, but that leaves someone else, again, that leaves everyone else, they don't know what to do. So it's like, I think that actually if this this Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus does return to your life, if you were dealing with someone like that, it looks like you may give it a chance. But the water sign, I don't think so. If there's a water sign you're messing with, I don't think, they may come try to pull on your heartstrings a little bit, maybe make you a little offer. But like I said, in the long term, you're looking, Gemini, you're looking ahead. You're looking long term. How can I and that doesn't match with whatever this water sign is trying to bring in. However, in the future, you have that strong earth energy. Tell us more about this other individual that's coming back in. I'm hearing coming back in. Coming back in. Who is this earth sign individual coming back in? See? Happy family. Happy family. This is your forever person. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, there could have been a rejection at first with the 4 of Cups. But they're leaving that behind. The 8 of Cups with the 4 of Cups. So, whatever that is, they're leaving it behind, and now they're ready to, I can't make it up. 3 of Pentacles, more Pentacle energy. They're ready to work together. So, after 5 of Pentacles being left out in the cold, 5 of Cups. So yeah, there was some type of deep, deep-seated heartbreak here with this individual, or you, or both. But it looks like they're coming back in with, like, when I say a force of nature, I mean a force of nature. Wow. It's kind of cute, though. Because, like, what I'm feeling is, like, whatever you left behind in your past, you left it. You just left it. You're like, which that's okay. Gemini can do that. Gemini, whether you're sun, moon, rising, like, even though I'm a Capricorn, like, I'm super earthy, like, that Gemini portion of me, it allows me to, like, I can just detach. And go on. I can go on about my business. But I feel like it's also, to me, it's a blessing. It's a blessing because I don't want to be in the same place my whole life. Like, I just don't. This is not who I am. That's not how I feel. I don't like to feel restricted. And I feel like that's most Geminis. Like, you don't want to feel restricted. And I think that's number one. That's one of the reasons you left whatever this was. Number two, in your advice, whoever this person is going to try to come pull on your heartstrings, you don't really want that because you've already been there, you've done it, you bought that t-shirt, you sold it at a yard sale. It's like you're over that. Like, it's no tea, no shade. Like, good for you, you're my ex, whatever. I wish you, like, do better for yourself. I'll do better for myself, and I'm going to go this path, you go that path. But, and so you're like, again, then back to the present, you're focusing on yourself. But then unexpectedly, you have some Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn that comes in, back in, that's ready to, I mean, they're putting all of their pain just came out. So maybe that's what they're going to do, is just like lay it all out on the table and be like, look, this is what I want. And I think it's actually kind of what you want. But there's this piece of them that's like, whereas you have kept moving around and left the other shit behind, there is some kind of portion of this person coming back in that you want. Maybe it's their stability and success. Yeah, and the sun, because the happiest card in the deck. because you guys make each other happy. Aww. Aww. Strong Leo energy, though. So what's that about? 3 of Cups. Third party situation. I don't know. So get ready. There could be, you may have people fighting over you, Gemini. I don't know. There's some kind of strong Leo energy here with that. Either way, no matter who comes back into your life, okay, Gemini, let's focus on the present. And that, my friends, is working on yourself, your solidarity, your long-term stability and success, and let the rest kind of fall into place. And if it doesn't align with you or your current position or where you see yourself in the future, then move accordingly, okay? So that is how I see it. So let's focus on ourselves. If someone comes back in and you believe that they are for you or in your best interest, move accordingly. It looks like they're gonna put it all out there, whoever this is. But at the end of the day, first and foremost, I see you in this successful energy, doing the damn thing with your titty out. Like, that's just the way it's just, maybe it's your proverbial titty. Maybe you just want to feel free. You just want to feel free. I don't know. And that's kind of what this is. Gemini vibes, feeling free, just doing the thing, whatever. So anyway, this is a very interesting, cute reading. I liked it. Thank you again, Gemini. If you liked the video, you want to see more, whatever. Just hit the like, share, subscribe button in this corner. Also, I'm going to put my Cash App if you would like to donate to the channel. Help me get more cards, keep the tag going, etc., etc. So until next time, guys, I am Darren with King Pantera. Bye.